Hey, I am back. Akare, in this video, we're going to get into ways that you can connect with greater prosperity, wealth, and abundance in this new year of 2024, or whatever year it is, the year of the eight, as they say, the year of abundance, wealth, and eight is also connected with that Saturn energy, also connected with occult knowledge. So this is the year to accumulate as much occult, arcane knowledge that you can to help utilize to move yourself, prepare yourself forward and onward in your world. You know what I'm saying? Very important. You may see a lot of chaos surrounding around you, a lot of chaos in the news or whatever, but you are still living in your own personal world, your own personal universe. So you can have someone right beside you scuffling financially, then somebody else is living $1 million life. You know what I'm saying? Because they put in the necessary inner work to bring more wealth and abundance into their world. So the runic energies, and you're free to download this image and work with it. I also have all the runes in a class on my Patreon page, as well as unique ways to work with the planets. I have the more ancient names of the planets, so that will give you a greater control over the energies of Jupiter, Saturn, Mercury, Mars, Venus, and also the sun. You know what I'm saying? Having a greater control of these energies helps you to really connect with the power and magic of the planetary spheres. Also, it enables you to enter into the planetary spheres to gain, to observe the inhabitants of the planet, as well as meet guides within the planetary realm. You know what I'm saying? So very, very beneficial information. And again, on my Patreon page, I go into all of the runes. Check out the runes and the X on my page also to get a greater understanding of what the X represent from the Kemetic or Egyptian perspective. You know what I mean? So the runes are connected with the Egyptian alphabet. You know what I'm saying? Various deities are connected to the runes, but they are the power behind the gods. They are cosmic forces of nature, these cosmic runic energies. And the rune here, one of my favorites, is Fehu. Fehu is a runic energy that helps you to attract greater wealth, prosperity, abundance, new beginnings, and wealth. Also, it helps to bring in love and romance. But in this case, we're going to work with it, or you're going to work with it to help build upon your wealth, draw more wealth into your sphere. And also combined in this image is the gods, the rune of light, radical change in consciousness. It helps also to attract prosperity and wealth into your sphere. And here at the bottom, we have Sawulo. Sawulo is connected with solar energy. In ancient times, the sun was connected to feminine energy. Sol, S-O-L, is a feminine deity. Suna is a solar goddess connected with Sawulo, with Baldur, B-A-L-D-U-R, from the Nordic tradition, is connected with this runic energy. The solar energy of Sawulo helps you to overcome those obstacles, mental and emotional, spiritual obstacles. It attracts greater prosperity and wealth into your spirit also. And here we have the quad ones and the eights, all conducive to attracting rapid prosperity and wealth into your spirit the more you work with it. So on my Patreon page, I have ways that you can remove those wealth blockages that dwell within the subconscious. You know what I'm saying? Those of us that are, our ancestors went through the slave trade, and all they knew was poverty, barely enough to maintain, barely enough to survive. So that is sort of hardwired into your DNA and most of our DNA. You know what I'm saying? So you have to overcome those energies and those influences hardwired into your own DNA. So you have to utilize your magic to elevate your consciousness to the point where you can rise above poverty consciousness. You know what I'm saying? That is running rampant, especially getting fresh on the conscious path 32 years ago or so. They shun money. You know what I'm saying? Like, money is an evil thing. Like, they bring that Christian mindset into spirituality, especially African spirituality, and that is a no, like a hell no. You know what I'm saying? I got trapped in it too that for a long time myself, shunning money, shunning wealth. You know what I'm saying? So it's high time to learn ways to transform and elevate your consciousness to rid yourself of poverty consciousness. And this is one tool that I work with on my Patreon page. I have ways also working with the Solomon seals to help remove those subconscious blocks to wealth and to attract more wealth into your aura, into your awaken that power within your mind. And now you become a walking magnet for wealth, providing you have a vision of yourself or what you want to create for yourself. That is very key. No matter the magic that you are practicing, you got to have a more expanded view of yourself. So attracting wealth, you can't in one breath say, well, I'm one with the infinite universe, and still be in a poverty mindset. That makes no sense whatsoever. It creates conflict within yourself. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, the number one thing you used to hear, oh, if you're attracting wealth, what about the poor people in the world? Well, you're not the root cause of any poor people in the world. You know what I'm saying? And if you truly believe that you're living in an infinite universe, infinite abundance, you attracting wealth from yourself is not taken from anybody. You're pulling energy from the cosmos. When you connect with these runic energies, Fehu, Sawulo, the gods, or Gabo, or any other prosperity rooms, you're attracting energy from the cosmos. You're not taking money out of nobody else's pocket. You know what I'm saying? You are learning to align yourself with the cosmic frequencies of wealth and abundance. The sound that I have playing is connected with regolith. And there are also the sounds of speaker, a spiker. You know, you get them off Tybro.com. Very beneficial attunements and tones that help elevate consciousness, draw more wealth into your spirit utilizing these sounds and tones as well as images. These are the tools necessary to help fast track your way to removing negative energies within the subconscious, breaking those blocks, and helping really to elevate yourself at a more accelerated rate. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you don't have to do any of these things, and you can get your ass kicked for another decade talking about I am the tool, I am this, I am that. Those negative forces within yourself don't care about any of that fancy talk. They're going to continue to tee up in your ass until you do something to remove the energies. So Fehu is an excellent energy that helps you to overcome or helps you to attract greater prosperity into your spirit, along with the gods and Sawulo. So the way you would utilize this particular image is you would focus on, okay, what do you want to attract to yourself? What does wealth look like to yourself? You know, I hear a lot of complaints about, you know, people coming in from other countries and buying up all the properties in your neighborhood or whatever neighborhood you dwell in. That's because they don't shun money. It takes wealth to build. You know what I'm saying? If you're sick of eating GMOs from the grocery stores and you desire to grow your own organic fruits and vegetables or whatever, it takes wealth to do this. It's not about you know, accumulating wealth just solely to live a luxurious lifestyle, which and nothing wrong with that either. But you can share your wealth with those around you in need. You're sick of getting beat by the banks. If you're sick of, you know, people can't get money from certain banks in terms of loan, that's what your wealth is for. You can share your wealth with those you know is going to put the money to good use. You can build your banks. You can acquire agriculture. You know what I'm saying? You can link up with like minds who also have a desire to rebuild. But it takes wealth to do this. You're not going to talk your way out of this and miss me all day with waiting on spaceships and something to save you. You know what I'm saying? For those of us who study time cycles, we know better than this. Like, nothing is coming to save. Like, all the ancient cultures, for those of us that still study and read, from ancient Kemet to ancient Greece to ancient Atlanteans to the ancient Dravidians that dwelled in the Indus Kush Valley back in the day, from the ancient Ta-Nehisian tradition to the ancient Olmecs to ancient Mayans, they got to a height in their tradition and culture and they collapsed. No savior. No savior. So the Google scholars have tricked you to believe Somebody is coming to save you because now there's sightings of spaceships. The movies are saying somebody is coming. Nobody. You save yourself by reconnecting with the soul of yourself, elevating consciousness. That is your savior. This requires work. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to do something, even if it's just 10 minutes a day, 20 minutes a day, 30 minutes a day. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to find ways to do something to elevate your consciousness, to break down the blockages. Sound and symbols are a way that you can accelerate this process. But even that takes persistent and consistent effort. Also, reconnecting with your more ancient ancestors. Now, so most of the ones that recently checked out of here, they're still holding on to Christianity and organized religions, even on the other side. And they can also serve as a block. All of these ancestors dwell within your DNA. So you want to connect with your more ancient ancestors that never knew bondage, that was dwelling in wealth. They can better assist you once you invoke those energies to clear out the lower negatives, ancestral energies. You will feel yourself propelling forward and onward in your world. It'll be a little bit of inner conflicts, because, you know, those ancestors on the inner plane that are holding on to your energy or holding on to you, restricting your hip, and, you know, put those intrusive thoughts into your head. Oh, you don't need all that. All you need is a balance. These people are trying to usher in what they call universal income. That's like a new form of slavery. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no telling what you have to do to sign up for it, but they're wrecking the economy on purpose. They're putting AIs everywhere, supermarkets, wherever, all the factories. So what are they going to do with all these people? You know what I'm saying? You don't want to get caught up in that. You don't want to be subject to that. So you're going to have to do something to radically change your consciousness. Yes, it starts with consciousness, because the more you elevate in consciousness, the more you get in contact, get in touch with the higher forces that dwell within you. You know what I'm saying? They can't reach you when your consciousness is dwelling low, caught up in all the Hollywood gossip. You know, the one thing I took from that most people are not talking about, and I rarely look at 2 hours of anything, you know what I'm saying? But when I looked at the Cat Williams video with Shannon Sharp, you know, the guy left home at 13 years old. Think about that now, leaving home at 13 years old, going down to Florida as a young teenager. I see perseverance. I see determination. I see I will not be denied. You know what I'm saying? Of the vibration that man carried. You know what I'm saying? Most are just talking about who he called out. Fuck who he called out. Look, gain inspiration from the fact that this was a young teenager, 13 years old, going to Florida, having no friends and no family, and still survive, doing what he had to do to survive, but then going to Oklahoma, then to California, then I see perseverance. I see determination. I see I will not be denied no matter what. That is your attitude you should have when it comes to attracting greater wealth, prosperity into your sphere, so that you can live how you want to live, and at the same time help those around you that are in need, provided that they're going to actually do something constructive with the money you share with them. You know what I'm saying? That is what wealth does for you. It ain't so much about living that lavish lifestyle, $3,500 refrigerators and every air fryer that comes out, and, you know, a TV every 90 days or whatever. You know, you can really help people in need with that prosperity and wealth once you learn to connect with the higher forces to attract more of it into your sphere. So the runic energies are a tool, as well as various tools out there, but you got to do something though. You know what I'm saying? These energies, you have to work with them in order for them to awaken within the mind of yourself. You know what I'm saying? You got to put that work in. So if you're asking, oh, I don't have time, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, think about the time you're looking at Hollywood gossip. How many hours are you spending looking at yet another breakdown after breakdown after breakdown of Hollywood scandals or who's being exposed? you will find that you're wasting about 8 to 10 hours a week on something that doesn't serve you spiritually. It doesn't serve you. It doesn't matter who is getting called out. You have no control over that whatsoever. But you do have control over your spiritual growth and evolution. That you have control over. And that requires you to actually have to do something. So when you're thinking about, man, I don't have time. I'm working 10, 12 hours a day. Think about the time you're wasting looking at more Hollywood drama or more ratchet stuff on TV. That is time to do something. 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Meditation on this. A mudra, the Kabera mudra, helps attract wealth into your spirit, providing you know exactly what you want to create for yourself. You know what I'm saying? So when you're working with these cosmic running energies that are very ancient, it goes back to the Atlantean period. Look at the emerald tablets of Thoth online. You see running energies on those emerald tablets. So these are very ancient. They go back to the Kemetic period. They also found in Ethiopia 14,000 years ago. Found in South America. Very ancient energy that you can utilize to bring all sorts of wealth, protection, healing. You know, I turned one of the runes on to a sister a couple of years ago, and she meditated on Hagalaz, for example, for just, I guess, 15 minutes or so, and it removed an attachment that was connected to it, an emotion from her. And she worked with it one time. So these are very powerful energies that you can utilize to create change for the better in your world. You can clear cords with runic energies. Thorosans, for example, is utilized to clear all types of cords and attachments. Also remove any type of curses, providing you're actually working with the energies. So, but in this video here, we're focused on attracting wealth to yourself. So you have to sit down and be like, and say to yourself, what does wealth mean to me? Like, what do I really want to do with myself? Whatever that is, don't allow money to factor in as to why you can't do something. You know what I'm saying? With the right information, the right magical tools, sounds, symbols. Now it's about your imagination. What are you imagining for yourself? This is now you have to connect with the God force that dwells within you. Also reconnecting with your more ancient ancestors. Also connecting with a God force. The God force that dwells within you gives you that extra instead of trying to do everything with your own little human will. Learn to reconnect with a God force, a God of wealth, for example. Ganesh, Jade Emperor, Lakshmi, Santa Morte, you know what I'm saying? Just a few, the star speaker or spiker, the regular star, any tool, any energy that will help fast track your way, because you don't want to get caught up in that universal income crap. And if their predictions are of what they perceive it to be in this country, is really going to get bad over here. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be economic collapse. So you don't want to get caught up in any of that. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, wait, my ancestors don't play about me. My ancestors, wildest dream time. All of this fancy talk is not going to do you any good. You're going to be in a sunken place. You're going to have to do something. Our ancestors, where do you think all this knowledge come from? Your ancient ancestors knew this information that I'm talking about. Of the star speaker, Regulus star, working with various buff dragons, they had this information in ancient times. You know what I'm saying? They did something besides sit there and waiting on a savior. The masses wait for a savior. Unless you consider yourself part of the masses, then you can ignore everything I'm talking about. But if you truly feel you're on a magical path, you gotta work your magic to work to elevate yourself, propel yourself forward and onward to where you want to be with yourself. Never mind if you don't have the money at the present moment. Utilize, this is an excellent tool that you can simply download. It's like a gift, very potent energy to attract to you all that you need. It don't matter if you need a bill paid immediately, work with this energy that I have in front of you. Fehu Daga Suwulo. Evoke the energies of Fehu Daga Suwulo and call upon the energy to bring in the wealth you need to do whatever it is you need immediately and then meditate on the symbol for as long as you can, 10 minutes here, 20 minutes here, sunrise, sunset, it don't matter. You got a break on your job, you take a lunch break, do something. You get caught in a traffic jam, do something. Instead of turning on who's breaking down the latest Cat Williams interview, whose take is on it this take. Look at 20 different damn takes. That is a misuse of your time, in my humble opinion. This is time that you could be doing something to elevate yourself, doing something to draw more wealth, more love, more protection into your sphere. You may look at it once and you get your own take on it, but to look at 15 or 20 or 30 different opinions, this is hours and hours and hours of being wasted on something you have absolutely no control over. You know what I'm saying? And the next thing you know, when that episode is over, here comes another episode. And now more and more hours are being wasted seeing whose opinion, who got the opinion of what. You know what I'm saying? This is more hours being wasted. See what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying? How we misuse time on shit that is way beyond our control. It's entertainment is where they are trapping your consciousness. Entertainment. At the end of the day, it's entertainment, because who's getting called out, who's being exposed is not of your control, and shit you can do about it is a waste of your time. If you indulge in it all week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, until the next episode comes out, then you're latching on to that and trying to figure out what's happening. Why you don't have this? Why you don't have that? Who's buying up all the property in the neighborhood? The foreigners coming in doing this, doing that. Because we're wasting so much time in entertainment. You know what I'm saying? And less time on spiritually evolving on purpose. My motto, evolve on purpose. So this is the time now. Never mind what the year it is. Now is your time. The most important time, the most realist time is right now. Not doing the next cosmological alignment. Right now. You know what I'm saying? And work on ways, learn ways, connect with your soul to guide you in ways that you can overcome, the negative effects of the stars and the planets and even nature. Yes, you overcome the influences of nature. Beautiful image here of nature. Nice little flowing river surrounded by mountains and trees. That's one aspect of nature. But there are various aspects of nature, from violent weather to the animals wilding out, having to kill. All of these influences help to keep you in a subservient position. The negative effects of various stars and planets, when they go retrograde or whatever, they can get in the way of forward movement. You have to learn to rise above the influences of the stars and nature. You know what I'm saying? There's information, there's magic to help you to overcome the negative forces of even nature. All that has an impact on your growth and evolution. All is one. You're also connected with those same negative influences of various stars and planets, as well as nature. So when they're going through their chaotic period, is also taking place on the inside of you also. You know what I'm saying? Just reading a Cancer horoscope, and a lot of Cancers I've talked to over the years have really had a hard time in the relationship sector. Now we find out that was Pluto in Capricorn, I think. Pluto in Aquarius, something like that. One of the Pluto aspects had a negative aspect on the romantic life of the Cancer zodiac sign. You know what I'm saying? So those influences don't care anything about you. They are forever operating. You know what I'm saying? So you equip yourself with the knowledge to rise above the influence of the stars and above nature. These influences are going to still continue, but you rise above the influences. This is by elevating consciousness and altering your vibration. This is the proper use of your magic. Using it to elevate yourself, using it to awaken to your highest potential. That is what the true Magi's did in ancient times. Not so much time spending over petty misunderstandings. Now you want to go into the graveyard and attack somebody. That is trifling behavior. I don't care who you are and what your little ranking is supposed to be. You're utilizing your magic and attacking people over a social media post. This is trifling behavior. You know what I'm saying? This is trifling behavior. So you utilize your magic to really elevate yourself, propel yourself. And this is one way here that I offer you as a gift, utilizing the energies of Fehu, the gods, Sowulo. So simply chanting the names Fehu, visualizing the energies as intensely as you can. Also the gods, also here Sowulo. So you can make you a nice little mantra, Fehu, the gods, Sowulo. Fehu, the gods, Sowulo. Scan over the image, the ones, the eights, and see yourself attracting what it is you want to attract as you're chanting the names Fehu, the gods, Sowulo. Now imagine what it is you want to attract to yourself. See yourself with it. It doesn't matter what it is. If it's a new job, visualize the dollar amount that you want on this new job. It's a new car that you need. See yourself in that new car. As you, the bigger the thing that you desire, the more work obviously you got to put in. You know what I'm saying? So utilize your magic to attract all you desire. And you're pulling energies from the cosmos, not from somebody. True magicians don't draw energy from people. They draw energy from the ethers, from the sun, from the stars. You know what I'm saying? On my Patreon page, I get into ways you can utilize the planets by connecting with the more ancient names of the planets. You know what I'm saying? They go through all of the rooms, all of the ets, so you can go look at those videos and you can assess like what energy do I need right now and work with it. You know what I'm saying? Free yourself from restrictive thinking, poverty consciousness that is really permeating the community. Had me locked down for about over 10 years because it took me a lot of work to overcome those influences. You know what I'm saying? Because we get taught to shun money. We bring that Christian mentality into spirituality. Money is evil, blah, blah, blah. Yet you're complaining about who's buying up all the property in your own neighborhood. Because you shun money, you shun wealth. You know what I'm saying? The wealth allows you to do whatever the fuck you want to do. You're wealthy. You want to help those in need, you can help those in need. But you're not going to talk your way out of it, though. You got to do something. So this is an awesome start. Work with this image to attract all that you desire into your world. Obviously, the bigger the dream that you have for yourself, the more work that you have to put into it. It's just that simple. You got to do something, though. So when you be like, I ain't got time, think about what are you doing with your time. I know we all working and all that, but aside from working, how are you utilizing your time? It's been spent looking at the latest breakdown, the latest celebrity gossip, the latest ratchet TV show. You know what I'm saying? This is time that is being wasted. I mean, you may still can look at some of this stuff. You can still put this work in until you got time to do that. Get caught up in a traffic jam, do something. You got a 15, 20 minute, 30 minute break on your job, do something. You know what I'm saying? Before you engage in another low vibrational conversation, cut that conversation off and do something. You know what I'm saying? Do something more constructive with the time and you will reap the benefits of this work or any work that you got going on. You know what I'm saying? But you got to be more mindful of time. The time that you're spending. Miss me all day with the time is an illusion crap. 30 some years on the path, thousands of books. I want to hit on philosophy. Put the work in. Is the only thing that, put the work in. I want to hear about this ain't real, it's all illusion, blah, blah, blah. You reincarnated in this realm for a reason, not to deny the existence. You knew this was illusory when you reincarnated. You knew time was illusion when you reincarnated. You knew this already. You know what I'm saying? You came here for a purpose. Whatever that purpose is, What are you good at? What do you love at a soul level? Never mind what you happen to do to maintain. Like, what are you doing what do you love to do at a soul level? That is your purpose. That is your function. That is why you're here. Do that shit to the highest ability that you know how that you can. And work on even expanding that. You know what I'm saying? Work on expanding that. That's what your magic is utilized for. If you're a yoga instructor, or if you love to decorate people's homes, whatever you love to do, that is your function. That is your purpose. Do that shit to your highest ability and learn to expand on it. Turn it into $1 million enterprise or bigger. You shoot for the stars. That's what you came down here for. Not to deny the existence of anything. We know time is an illusion before you reincarnated. Everything is illusory outside of the infinite. We know this already. Get the book, The Three Initiates, the Kabbalion by the Three Initiates. It's got a whole chapter in everything, about, I think, divine, what's that chapter? Been so long. What's that chapter in that book? Anyway, the Kabbalion by the Three Initiates, divine paradox. Everything is and is not at the same time. You know what I'm saying? But the perspective of the infinite, this is illusory. Only thing is real is till you merge back with the infinite, every realm you go into ain't real to the infinite. You know what I'm saying? It's all a dream. We know this already before you reincarnated. So enough of the philosophical mumbo jumbo. It's time to get to work. You know what I'm saying? Keep philosophy in its place. It sounds good in its own time, but it's also a time to get to work on evolving yourself, breaking down your own personal matrix, reconnecting with your God self. Because when you reincarnate into this little world, certain mental and spiritual faculties get shut down. So you have to reawaken certain mental and spiritual faculties. This requires work. And okay, if you can see a little bit, you got a little bit of psychic visions, enhance on your psychic visions. Learn to feel and see into various dimensions and bring information back. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big proponent of, okay, you went into this dimension. What did you see? Give me a physical description of what you saw. You're going into the sun already. That's cute. That's nice. What do you see in the sun? You know what I'm saying? Because the Egyptians modeled cities around what they saw in the sun. So what did you see in the sun? I like shit like that. What did you see? You know what I'm saying? You went into this dimension. Who did you talk to? And what did you see? Give me a physical description. I want to go there too. You know what I'm saying? What was the name of this realm you went to? I want to go there too. You know what I'm saying? So shy away from so much fancy talk and philosophical mumbo jumbo and get to work. Join me on Patreon. If you have any questions, give me a holler. Again, a simple use of this image. Invoke the energies of Fehu, the gods, Subulo. See the energies come down from the cosmic heavens, allow them to permeate your aura. Ground the energies. Have already in your mind what you need, no matter what it is. And invoke the energies of Fehu, the gods, Subulo, to bring into your world the money you need to do whatever that is. And now meditate upon the image, scan the image, see what you need to attract to yourself, taste it, fall in love with it while you're chanting the names, Fehu, the gods, Subulo. Fehu, the gods, Subulo. Fehu, the gods, Subulo. Never mind another breakdown of Cat Williams. Never mind what pimp in the pulpit is being exposed. Never mind the next Hollywood star is being get called out. It's time to get to work creating greater wealth and prosperity. Do it for the babies. You know what I'm saying? You're sick of the babies drinking trashy formulas, eating trashy foods. you build your wealth to build a safe haven for the babies. It takes wealth, but you can't allow your captor or your former slave master to take care of the babies. Because they're taking care of them, all right. You know what I'm saying? So if we're going to protect the babies, protect ourselves, it's going to come with acquiring the wealth we need to build a safe haven for the babies. You know what I'm saying? Any questions, give me a holler. I can